refreshing breath.
Yeah.
A little refreshing something.
And the crowd goes wild.
Oh, that.
Yay! We made it back, you guys.
Yay.
We didn't really go anywhere.
No.
But, but we're back.
We went somewhere mentally, we'll say.
Did we?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know, good, bad, I don't know.
Oh.
Come see, come saw,
Guess who's back? Back again. Jason's back.
BG's back, BG's back, BG's back, BG's back.
Had my coffee, as you could tell.
What's that blue thing hanging in the back? Oh, it's your vest.
Why
Farm
are you all
vest.
distracted by my farm vest?
I don't know. It's like, what's that hanging down there? Nothing?
Yeah,
The
we
dish
have
soap?
weird nicknames for our clothes. You guys have weird nicknames for your... Well, mostly just our vests.
Yeah, actually, just our vests.
Because your vest is Manvestia.
And shorts. Yeah, no.
No,
There's nothing.
just
yeah.
just the...
Yeah, just man vestia.
And now mine's horse vestia.
Lady vestia.
Lady vestia.
There's no trans in the house, so there'll be transvestia.
Oh,
Hey-o.
Sorry.
All right.
Can always be hopeful.
Well, maybe the bird identifies as trans. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't
I
know.
didn't check up his little vent.
Yeah.
I feel like that's too
That'd be post-op.
personal.
Yeah.
That's too personal for him.
Hey, you're BG.
Yep, I'm BG over here.
Guess what? And I'm JT.
And welcome back to the We Can't Pick a Title podcast.
Welcome, everybody.
Here we are on the beautiful and lovely Cortez Island
Coming
in
to
BC,
you
Canada. I'm not sure where you
live.
are.
Oh,
Well, we're alive, but
Right.
not broadcasting live.
we actually. This is a great segue. I
Here's
didn't even mean to do this.
segue.
We had a recent listener from Wales. And-
Like killer whales?
Hey-o. No, Wales is a country
Oh,
that's actually outside of England. Well, it's
I never really got
part of the United Kingdom.
any
but-
better at any of the other maps.
Yeah, there's orcas,
Mostly just Canada. Orcas is in the States.
dolphins. No, those aren't countries.
That's islands.
That's a bad joke.
The orcas.
Oh, the Orca Islands. There's
Yeah.
probably a dolphin islands out there somewhere too.
I hope so.
You know.
I hope there is.
Anyway, we had a listener from Wales,
Hey,
and I was
welcome.
going to talk about the show Welcome to Wrexham that I'm
Oh,
sort of hooked on
you're
now.
watching that? What's
Yeah.
that all about?
It's about soccer or
Some footy?
football.
Okay,
Little
so like
footy?
a sports show.
Yes and no. It's a
For
documentary
sportsing?
show. I guess if people don't know, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. They just did an episode on how to say his last name. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we got to say Michael Henney. McElhenney? I still don't have it down. Anyway, they bought a soccer team in Wales.
Yep,
And they're putting money into it and getting it all going and stuff. And
that's the bouncer from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Patty's sheriff of Patty's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the guy who
Deadpool.
plays Deadpool
Yeah.
and many, many other things.
Yeah. The town has a song where it's like, nobody invested as much as a penny. Bring on the Deadpool and Rob McElhenney. You know?
Nice.
Yeah. And it's great when you get like 10,000 people all singing it in the. That was going to be my segue before was the crowd. Because they do a good job on the documentary of really picking up the crowds and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I've never been to a
Seems heavy. Pick
United
up a whole
Kingdom
crowd.
football game. What's that?
Seems heavy to have to pick up a whole crowd. Picking them up.
No, you don't have to pick them up.
Oh.
I mean, on buses.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
they pick them up on buses
Yeah.
and drive them to away games and stuff. But
Yeah.
matches, they call them, not games. Matches.
Oh, okay.
You know. Yeah, so I'm sort of hooked on that because it's a whole documentary about the whole town and the history of the town. And then they also have like super emotional stuff where they throw in like a little surprise where you're like, oh, they're showing me this footballer who's a good player and everything. And then, oh shit, he's got an autistic kid. And then they just, the emotions just come out. And I'm like,
Why would they
holy
cry
crap.
about an autistic kid?
Well, just about the struggles that the sort of family has had to go through with,
Okay.
having the autistic son, and then
Just-
the son met an older female supporter who has autism,
Okay.
and she's been like a fan since she was a little kid.
Nice.
And then, but the crowds got so loud for her that she can't do it, and so they started a quiet zone now, where
Okay.
everybody wears earmuffs and it's a little quieter and further away in the stands. It's not further
Aw.
away; you can still see everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But like less like in the mix kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like exactly. That's because there's tons of that in European soccer games,
Scary.
right? So with football games,
It's loud. I'm too old. It's so loud.
I'd love to go to one just for the craziness of it, and just the like you go to a hockey game here and they everybody chants, da 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 bah, da 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 bah. But like there they invent their own songs and they have songs around every player, and
It's not like let's go hockey, let's go
no exactly
or whatever.
yeah, that's everybody's favorite channel. Let's go hockey, let's go. I'm gonna do that next time we go to a hockey
For
game.
sports thing,
Never happened.
that'll probably never happen. Maybe over at Jack's Pond next time they're
Yeah,
playing
there
hockey,
you go.
you can say that to people.
Let's go hockey, let's go.
Yeah, and then bring some noisemakers to
That's
make
so
some
great.
noise
To do what with?
to make noise with,
Oh, okay.
because it seems like it's always about being noisy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It helps the crowd and helps the players and
Yeah,
all that stuff. And, well, I never thought so, but on there they talk about it quite a bit. That like, not quite a bit, but every now and then they talk about like where the intensity of the crowd really
Revs
amps them up. It
Yeah,
really
for
gets
sure.
them going. And when it's quiet, everybody's all worried that and a lot of times because they're losing, because everybody's
Right.
quiet. But then Wrexham is known for being like not quiet even when they're down.
And like Wrexham's a place or a team? Name of a team.
Both. Wrexham's a town,
Okay.
and then their team is called Wrexham.
The Wrexham.
Wrexham Dragons.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
good. They got some
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
mascot.
Used to be the Wrexham Robins like a long time ago, I guess, but now it's Wrexham Dragons because that's
And the Robins were too busy
way more
robbing stuff.
badass,
Or rocking. Rocking,
Yeah,
Robin.
yeah.
Tweet, tweedly.
Rockin' Robin. But it's a good show.
Okay.
I
believe you.
I avoided it a little bit at first because it was like, Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney bought a soccer team. Okay, here we go.
Who cares?
Blah, blah, blah. And I'd sort of already I knew about Wrexham. I didn't know how much I knew, or didn't know, I guess, about the history of the town and everything. But I knew about them as like a league and that they used to be really good players.
A League of Their Own?
In a League
It's
of Their
a
Own.
very good movie. You guys
Yeah.
should check that out.
They're actually in a league with like 30 other teams.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
45
Still
other
check
teams.
out that movie. It's a good one.
It's definitely a good movie. They did a
Anyways.
TV reboot that we never watched.
What?
I think it got canceled after not that
Was
long ago.
Mr. Hanks in that one as well?
I don't think so.
He
I think
didn't
it was
play
a
the
whole
drunk
new
coach?
thing. Yeah, the drunken awesome.
Well, they could
Coach.
get his son to do it now.
Ooh.
He's a great
Colin?
actor. Yeah,
Yeah, he's almost too old now, probably.
probably.
You know?
He's like all rickety.
They need like a 12-year-old Timothy Chalamet or somebody like that in there. Speaking of Chalamet, did you like Dune?
I liked
Dune
Dune,
2?
Part 2 was very good.
Yay!
Yeah, it's neat. I read Dune like, I don't know, like 18 years ago or something like that.
it right there. I can
And
see
then
it on
I,
the shelf.
I started rereading it and then didn't finish. And yeah, so it's neat. You kind of have it like pop back in. You're like, oh, right, yeah, this part. And you're like, what's going on there? And it's like, oh, it's the Bene Gesserit are doing this and this is why. And, it's kind of neat to get to watch the movie after having read the book. It's sort of like Lord of the Rings.
Well, I never read the book, so it was like I'm always like, so what do those people do, and how are they related to those people, and what did they do on their home planet if they all had water, and just all kinds of questions.
Yeah,
that you
which I
totally have
didn't-
answers for.
I didn't have answers. Ooh, pardon me.
Aw. Interrupting your nap,
Yeah, I guess so.
milady?
Yeah.
Usual nap time.
Nap o'clock. No, I don't nap.
I was talking
Too
to-
much guilt about it.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was talking with John, Kim the tattooist, tattoo artist. We call him both is okay, I think now, right? Tattooist and tattoo artist.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, John, and talking about naps and stuff. And he said he took a nap the other day, and he's like, "Man, it was fucking awesome. It was so nice. It was just like," and we got talking about like, yeah, guilt-free naps and everything. And I said my new thing is like, I'll get up and like get to doing some stuff. I'll stay up for a half hour. I'll eat a banana, and then be like, I might go back down to bed for an hour or so. It's kind of nice.
Were you sleeping?
Yeah. Rub it in for all those people out getting up at 5 a.m.
Getting up
going
at
to
the
work.
crack of down.
Crack of butts. I don't know. Just take a nice breath there. right before we smoked this bowl.
Oh, I thought you were gonna lead us on a meditation there or something.
Oh,
but
no.
no,
No.
Guided
I'm not leading anybody anywhere.
guided hootination,
I like that.
something.
Yeah, that could be a thing. Hey,
Hooteration.
hooteration.
don't know.
We'll noodle around.
Yeah.
We'll circle back to that.
Circle.
What do you think, folks? Eh?
The Trailer Park Boys go
weed-
around the outside, around the outside, around the outside.
Weeditation?
Marijuana.
Marijuana-tation? It's got to be something there.
Toketation.
It's the tation that's killing us,
Tokedation?
you know.
don't know.
Toketation sounds like
Sounds like a zippy meal.
oh, okay, I'll go with that. That sounds better than the racist thing I was going to say.
That's good. Glad I just slid in there just in time.
Just in time. Save me from
Cancelled!
being canceled.
I think being canceled is being canceled now, too, because it seems like some of the
Oh, yeah.
people that have been canceled, I mean, unless you're a real jerk, you know.
Well, and that's, I think, if you're personally offending somebody specifically and saying, like, hey, you are,
The worst.
you know, and yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to use the certain words now. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but okay. They're just doing it.
Yeah.
Certain comedians are just doing it, right?
They're just giving her.
and I think their whole thing is, it used to be okay, so why is it not okay now?
Yeah.
And I get why it's not okay now, but also if it's funny and
I think
that certain race or certain people or whatever still find it funny because it's funny because they're all everybody deals
like
with the same
rednecks or
shit.
something, poking
Yeah.
fun at the absurdity of the stereotypes or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like rednecks are laugh at themselves just as much as anybody else, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just say offend everybody and get it over with.
Okay. This is bold strategy, Cotton. Hope it pays
See how it
off.
shakes out. You know.
Yikes.
I mean, not offend everybody, but you know.
Yep.
My whole thing is like I'll throw out a, you know,
Cheeky comment.
Let's say the level of conversation and sarcasm is about here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw it up just to that little half notch and just test it out a little
Ratchet
bit. Just
it up
sort
a
of
little.
test the waters and be like, is everybody on the same page here? And then everybody usually is, and then some. So I find as soon as you
And then
knock
they're
it
like,
up that
oh,
notch,
it's
you're
safe
like,
to be ridiculous.
oh, I can just
Especially if
say
it's
what I want to say.
Self-deprecating.
Oh, definitely.
Then, you know.
Yeah, you say whatever you
People are
want to say
okay.
about yourself. As long as I know that you actually do love yourself sometimes. And
Sometimes. You don't have to do it all the time.
well,
That's
I'm not going to say all the
heavy lifting, man.
time because some people don't all the time.
Some of
You
us
can't,
aren't just that
you know.
lovable.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Do it all the time.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, we want to get up in the morning and the
Bet you're glad
afternoon.
we're back, eh? Awkward.
Well, gotta go.
Yeah, so got a little bit of fencing done. We'd gotten some bits of
Shing, shing, shing,
fence
shing, shing,
from
shing.
a friend of ours.
Not that kind of fencing, like
Yeah, she's redoing her property and had
sword
some
fencing.
like page wire kind of fence, and so we went and got some of that, and so we're just making the yard a little more secure. We got a campground just down the road from us, and it's like May long weekend, so there's campers now, so there's just like way more people on the road and
Yeah.
stuff trucking around. So the old jalopy style makeshift driveway fence is probably, not secure enough. And I mean, it's by no means secure. Like, the dog could get out if he really
If
wanted
he wanted to, he could hop out in certain spots, but he knows
Yeah.
He
knows it's
it
home.
might be an awkward landing.
Yeah.
It's like really weirdly sloped, or there's rocks or something there. Like, ugh,
Yeah,
I
lots
don't
of
know.
bushes and stuff. So, yeah, we're just trying to get it a little bit safer. And then maybe if his little doggy friends want to come over for a visit or something, then it's not just in the house. They can
Yeah, for sure.
rip around the yard and go nuts.
Yeah. And just a little more safety and security for us, I think. And like,
Yeah, hopefully less deer cruising through.
and it's a thing too, I think, where like when you take off to go to Horsey Town, then I like either have to sort of stay inside with him
Yeah.
or leash him up on his long leash or his long rope outside, which isn't as fun
Just to make
for
sure he doesn't
either
follow
of
me.
us. Because
Yeah.
then I still sort of every 5 minutes I grind away on something because I'll have my headphones or my earmuffs on.
You're grinding away, are you?
Yeah, I tend to
Jason
grind on
gets
things out there in the shop.
grinding away.
I'm just like sort of, ah.
Awkward.
That's what you do when you grind stuff, right?
I
You grind
don't know.
metal. Like,
That's what the sound is. It's not. You don't even have anything plugged in.
No, I just make the sound. Yeah, I just pretend and then throw sparks out.
Yeah,
somehow
because you're dry. Your dryness.
Dry grinding.
So not dry humping. It's dry grinding.
Yeah, dry grinding. That's a whole different thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humping's more like the.
Yeah, everybody knows what that is.
Motion.
Everybody knows.
Everybody
that
knows
move.
it. Okay.
Pretty sure all our listeners have. Yeah, you kind of look like you're doing a dolphin move there.
I'm kind of I'm doing a bit of a.
He's gonna hurt
because
his
I'm
back
sitting.
and
I
then
can't thrust my
He's
hips.
gonna be sore.
As well when I'm sitting, and people can't see it.
This is not a power bottom,
You know.
you guys.
Not even a power top.
Not really. Yeah, we had the dog come over last week, I guess it was. I was over getting some manure for the garden on my horsey day, and there's nobody else around, so I didn't have anybody to go riding with or whatever, because the horses are buddies. You kind of got to take them out together till we get that all sorted out, and so I was over there playing with the horses and getting some manure, and all of a sudden Salty just comes exuberantly running in the side driveway. I found her! Oh my god, there she is! And I could hear Jason calling. I was like, he's right here, I'll just bring him back. So then we put the little fence across. We haven't super secured it down, but it's he can't just bolt down the trail anymore. And now I have to walk out and around the property to go over to the horses, which I mean, whatever, I can always use another 200 steps.
Oh, we'll build a gate down there and get it all proper.
At some point, yeah, it's smaller.
It's a temporary thing for now.
It's a smaller area than what I had cleared, so
Yeah.
Once we get a bit more fencing, we'll be able to make it a bit bigger of a space for him
expand that shit out
to get ripping around.
Yeah.
I just don't want him running out onto the road. We have a storage unit space on the next road over, so it's a lot of people going up and down that road, and I think there's 2 Airbnbs at the end of that road, so there's quite a lot of traffic up and down there.
I really noticed. Was it yesterday? The day before I went doggy long walk? And it was noticeably way busier on the road and stuff. And just even more people walking and biking and stuff.
Well, May long weekend too. It's definitely
Yeah.
busier out there.
Leading up to that actual.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Yeah, I did a little bit of gardening, and my beans are popping up, and I was able to get the peas protected from these ridiculous little birdies that are coming in.
Yes, peas.
They're obsessive about the pea sprouts. And I mean, pea sprouts are delicious if you ever go to the grocery store and they've got the sprouted peas. They're so tasty. So I get why they rip them out of the garden.
Are those pea sprouts? I thought they were alfalfa sprouts or something.
Well, there's all different kinds.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
so the pea sprouts are super sweet and delicious.
Oh,
and they're really nutrient packed, so I get why the birdies are going for them. But I was trying to do every 2 weeks plant 2 more rows for the last month or whatever. And the ones that first popped up, the one side just got annihilated. There's maybe 6 plants that are still coming up out of the whole package of peas.
And they're such little birds. You need such a fine mesh thing, hey?
Yeah. I had some screen over top of it, and then I was standing out on the deck the one morning, and the bird just hopped down into the bed, and then through the netting, and then just doot 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 doot, and then it was in through all the different, apparatus, and was in there just shredding. So I had a chunk of petrified wood. Thanks, Danny. And I launched that off the deck to have it land near them, and it scared the bird away. And then I had to wind up using plastic on the other end just to kind of make sure that they couldn't get through. So, and then Jason got me more pea seeds for Mother's Day, and I think for my birthday maybe 2 or something, or maybe I'd gotten some. So anyways, I have 3 more rows to put in, I guess.
And broccoli.
Oh yeah, and he bought me some broccoli, but like 3 of the plants had been like eaten by a deer or something at the store. So like, there's only 3 of them are viable. So
I didn't know because I don't know broccoli. I don't know what broccoli looks like.
I'm the only
at
broccoli
first,
eater in the house.
You know, like,
so
I know what broccoli looks like.
he knows not to buy the yellow
But
ones.
when it's first growing, I don't know, is it just a little shoot or is it little leaf sprout things? Or
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't bother Googling it. I was like, broccoli, that'll be fun.
Yeah, she likes
Not knowing
broccoli.
if
She can
anything
grow it.
even come out of it.
I've yet to have any luck with any of the like cabbagey type things. The slugs tend to just clear cut that sort of stuff. But these ones were tall enough that they're still growing, the 3 that are there. But I didn't realize they need like 2 feet by 2 feet because the leaves go way out, and then it only grows 1 broccoli. So it's not like another vegetable where you could like cut the top and it'll like grow some more stuff out. It's like once that 1 broccoli is done, there's Beastie. Hi, Beastie.
Hi, bud.
He doesn't care.
I realized like growing your own stuff really makes you sort of okay with high grocery prices or more okay. Like I don't like it because of the multi-millionaire, billionaire companies making way more profits.
Yeah, the farmers
But,
aren't. It's not trickling down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that kind of deal, but like you grow some strawberries and some peas and a single broccoli thing. You realize
A single
like,
broccoli takes like 3 months to grow.
exactly.
1 broccoli, and it takes up 2 feet by 2 feet in your garden.
Yeah. How much broccoli do you eat in a year? Give or take.
Oh, I'd eat a broccoli every day if I had them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah.
So
I'm
it's
not waiting three months for this stupid piece of broccoli to grow. I mean, maybe I shouldn't give it that vibe. I should just
it'll
be
be
like,
amazing.
"Yay, broccoli! It's
Tasty
going to be
broccoli.
so good, and there's
you
going to
go.
be no slugs." Beastie, are you wanting up? You sort of looks like you might come up, you guys. You might
been pretty cuddly the
get a
last few
chance
days.
to see it. Oh my God,
go.
you guys! I hope you're on the YouTube.
YouTube.
You can't really tell. He's black. It's hard to see.
We're like Mewtube.
It's hard to see him.
Anybody?
Sorry, guys.
Anybody?
Mewtube.
Mewtube?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good joke. Beastie's making a face.
I thought it was a great joke.
Okay, it's a great joke, Jason. Good job.
Yay, validation. That's my favorite.
Yeah, Beastie doesn't care about being on camera right now. Sorry, guys. So I'm just gonna pet him for a little bit, and then maybe.
fair.
Oh, his nose is. You hear that? That's him rubbing his face on the bottom of the microphone.
We're so professional around here,
Anyways, Beastie's doing pretty good.
Studio cat. Podcat.
The podcat. Welcome to the podcat.
We can't pick tail podcat.
Ooh,
There
people
you
will be
go.
like, you spelled that wrong. You'd be
Yeah,
like,
for
no,
sure. You missed
just
the
having to
best.
correct it constantly. That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I like it. Podcat.
Yeah. I picked up a couple tomato plants from Twig Root, which is just down the way.
Holy.
Tammy's got like she grows all kinds of organic stuff over there, and then she also makes like face lotions and hand lotions and like lip balms.
Are there tomatoes? No.
I don't think tomatoes are in any of those, but yeah. Anyways, I've been using her face lotion for I don't know, like 3 years or something now.
Nice.
Yeah.
It shows,
I don't know.
You're looking lovely today with your
Pushing 50 now, so
little
that's why
bangs in your-
I don't drink enough water, so this part gets all.
Well, don't talk
all creepy.
I'm on the right side. I had this
Fester?
pimple. Yeah, let's call it Uncle Fester pop up on the other side of my face there.
It's like starting to like look back and forth, like it's like
it's my third eye. It helps me to.
peeping around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, ooh, hello. My peripheral's really good now.
Yeah. Yeah, would you believe?
I was like, maybe I should try popping it before. That it's like, when you try to pop and it doesn't pop,
And then you
it's just
break
worse.
all the blood vessels,
Yeah,
and then you have
exactly.
little tiny red spider veins
Yeah.
all over.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. But,
No.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that my big nose is covering it.
He's just at a
I don't really have a big nose. It's
strategic
proportional
angle.
to my face, I guess. Big face.
He's just been broken a bunch of times.
Yeah, so I set up the camera just perfectly so you can't see it.
Yeah, totally different angle than it normally is, would you believe?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Yeah.
that's not a true thing. Well, I blow dried my hair and did it, like cut my bangs again and blow dried my hair all nice because I thought I had a client this morning, and then I remembered that it's actually tomorrow morning. So I just had some nice
There you
hair. today.
Very Natasha Lyon
Yeah.
you there.
Channeling
good.
her.
I keep doing a Lyon like she's
If
French.
I could do a Boston accent, I would. But
New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Isn't that Boston? Is that near there?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, they're both East Coast-ish.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm not good with maps, as I said earlier.
It's okay.
That's okay.
The accents are like, I don't know.
A tenuous grasp on geography.
The Boston one's like the park the car in the Harvard yard. I can't do it. I can't do a Boston accent at all.
I don't think they smile a lot.
That's the tough part.
Yeah,
you know,
you're usually smiling.
Yeah,
you gotta do it when you have a headache.
Gotta go to Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. I added like a southern thing every time I try to do a Boston accent.
Yeah.
I can't really do one.
No.
Can't really do a Boston accent. It always ends up coming south.
There you go. Southern Thompsons coming through. Yeah.
What else?
What have you been up to?
Nothing. I was like trying to think back. I was
You were filling out
holy
your
crap, it's 2
grant
weeks
forms and stuff like that for the podcast.
Yeah, I've been doing some stuff. I guess. Yeah. Lots
of cooking and cleaning, which has been like awesome for me. I mean, when it's hot dogs, it's less awesome, but I mean, sometimes it's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
you know?
Do what you gotta do.
Giant Caesar salad with pierogies and a pizza.
Yeah, sometimes that counts as meals.
I was like, yep, it's better than what I didn't make.
It's a big salad, that's for sure.
It was a big, delicious Caesar salad.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've been just trying to do some stuff outside when and where I can, and there's a couple of days of pretty bad headaches and
Last week was a bit rough.
Weird neck pain / headache things for a couple of days there, and my head's just super full.
Oh, the sleep apnea has been, loud and proud all the last couple of weeks.
I try to keep it, as loud and proud as possible, right?
Well,
so,
know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I was doing. I just, filling out some forms, and there's a grant that we applied for podcast studio equipment, and hopefully that'll come through. That'd be awesome. Works. Sort of a local Cortez Island. I think it was a community foundation thing. I can't remember. Sure.
Exactly. There was a couple that we were going to apply for.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and then I did up a sponsor template as far as if anybody wants to be a sponsor or send us some free goodies for a plug or a promo code or anything kind of thing.
So far we've just had that.
I've had a couple rejections.
That little weed one.
So far, and I had one yay for a promo code from quaddies.com. Mm-hmm. Quaddies.com. You get We Can't Pick 5. You get 5% off your order.
Yep.
That's always
good.
You
want some herbal refreshments?
Anybody else that wants to sponsor or throw in an ad or a plug, we definitely do more than what you pay for. We end up just talking about it for a while anyways.
Bringing it up again. We're kind of like the Smartless guys, just bringing up the ads from before that you're like, oh, I'm not even doing that anymore.
That was part of the template.
Was that Coco? Team Coco too?
What's that?
Team Coco does that too?
Yeah, they always bring up Magoosh and ZipRecruiter, stuff like that, Ones that we're not quite having the numbers for yet to be able to do those. Right. But, if there's anybody else or locals.
If you share it with your friends and
definitely.
If you can subscribe on YouTube, that's that helps.
Yeah, I was just saying if anybody like local or anybody has a product or anything like that you want us to give a try to, and that was part of the template was that like we make it a bit a lot of times or more than just a review kind of thing. We make it a segment of the podcast and stuff, so that always helps.
Yeah, I was going to say if, like, whatever platform you're listening on, if you can go on and leave us a good review.
Yeah.
5 stars,
Apple Podcasts.
Is nice. And then that helps to support us and helps us to be able to do more podcasts. So whatever you're listening on, if you can
that kind of stuff.
With that,
even
that
just helps. Even just like one review or one rating can really bump up like the algorithm for us. Yeah. And then that just exposes it that much more. And
it doesn't, you don't have to get too detailed or anything. You can be like, was good.
Yeah, was good.
Like listening when I do my dishes or whatever.
Was good.
Tuning in to hope to see that dang cute kitty cat again.
Yay.
Or the big floofy dog. Or the bird.
Just thinking about Big Brother.
Oh yeah.
More specifically, Big Brother Canada, not like Big Brother the deep state, you know, webcam watching cabal of sinister folks.
Yeah, no.
No, not that.
No, we're not talking about that.
No. Big Brother Canada. Any Big Brother Canada fans out there?
Some BB can
They're done.
people.
They finally, I guess it's still 2 weeks over now. I'm sure we could spoil and talk about the winner. I don't see why we couldn't.
Who won now?
Do you remember? It's been so long.
We started watching Survivor and stuff again. So I'm like, so now I'm just caught up on those guys.
Bailey?
Oh, yeah,
Beat
Bailey
out
won. I
Dougie.
totally didn't think she would make it to the end because she was a bit of a
Loud
firecracker.
person?
And everybody was like, okay, let's get rid of this chick. And then, she totally aligned with the right people and wound up getting through to the end. It was awesome. And then the all-star player that she had sort of she teamed up with each of them throughout the game.
Yeah, that was smart.
Super smart. And then having the one all-star player wound up being voted out, and then the other one won the final challenge by they were tied up and they had to not with ropes or anything, but in the competition they kept getting the answer right, and so they did a tiebreaker where they have to write out a number of how many seconds were these people running around the building or whatever, right? So some crazy thing that you have to just guess and try to calculate it out, and the one all-star wound up getting it, and then he didn't take the person that was loyal to him that he totally would have won against, because she basically did nothing through the whole series other than be side votes for people and play. She didn't even really play both sides. She was just kind of nasty and making fun of people when people would have a bad turn of luck. She was really
Lexus.
Yeah, she was a bit of a mean girl, and then didn't
seem fun at all. It was just boring. Everybody made comments even about her just being so.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, she's full of grace," and it's no, I think she just doesn't. The only time you saw her having fun was when she was reveling in someone else's misfortune with somebody else. Yeah, which was. Is gross, kind of. Cool. It was just kind of gross to see. I was like, oh, good, she's laughing. Oh, wait, she's happy that somebody else had something terrible happen to them. Yeah. It was it just brought me back to teasing and all that shit.
If he'd have brought her with him to the end, he definitely would have won, I think. I mean, everybody was still not cool with him.
He was being a jerk to everybody.
He was
but
the
at
better
least
player.
He played hard the whole time,
which they would have voted over that.
Lexus was suntanning in the winter or whatever she was doing.
And Bailey just destroyed him at the end too with her speech. And his speech was
awesome.
Too whiny, cry. All of a sudden,
he was trying to get some sort of sympathy vote, and then got really intimidating with his final speech, and then kind of energy at everybody. I was like, holy hell! He went from people died in my life right before I came in here, and I came anyway, and then into and this is why I should win, and I'm better than you, and you'd better vote for me, and only one person voted for him, and I think it was because he was genuinely freaked out a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe he just thought, I think he didn't like Bailey. They had a versus right from the very beginning.
Well, I think by that time even he knew. He was sort of it seems like she's getting a lot more. Her speech was really good, and everybody laughed and went along with her the whole time and stuff.
Once the other all-star went home, it was his game went downhill big time from then.
Yeah.
So, and not that she blew up his game that much. It was more that he just lost his confidence somehow. He got the other biggest player in the house out. Yeah. And then sucked after that.
Well, that's exactly just without her as without all his shields.
Yeah.
Everybody could tell he was just sort of a jerk that was like just sitting back doing nothing.
Yeah, he's really good at
You know?
manipulating people and getting them to
Yeah.
do stuff for him and making them think that it's their idea
Yeah.
and making people feel comfortable without being too smothery. Like, he never won any challenges until he had to.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was just a dick when he did win challenges. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, your ego's
Yeah,
huge.
just rubbed it
And
in.
he's a giant dude. Like, he's like whatever, 6'4" and
Gotta be.
probably 260 or 280, right? He's
Yeah.
a big, solid, like, wall of a dude.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, just physically, I think people were intimidated. And then because of his reputation from playing before and manipulating everybody before, everybody's like, I don't want to be on his radar. You put him on the block, he's going to go up next week.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly.
Yeah.
That's what everybody was, and that's the whole time, the whole season. I was like, why? Why are him and Spicy V, the other
Yeah.
all-star player, still in the house at all? Like, they should have been just boom, boom.
Well,
one
there
and
was a
two.
pact right
But,
away.
Yeah, yeah.
The day they came into
fizzled
the
out pretty
house,
darn quick.
that they were gonna. But everybody wanted to learn from the best.
And that's a big part of it, right? Is like,
Yeah.
I'm going to align myself with one of them.
And use them as a
before
shield.
anybody else does.
Only they're manipulating
and
everybody.
Exactly, because
Yep.
everybody's talking about them going, so I'll use them as a shield before me.
Yeah.
And then they just rode that train forever.
It was a good season.
yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
I'm
worth watching.
trying to be less cynical with TV and movies.
Oh, yeah.
I used to have a bit of like, and because I've made sort of not anything like that necessarily, but I know how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
Relatively, and that's a big part of why I like watching those kind of shows. I really sort of pick apart and go, oh, okay, well, that's different from that, or that's from that angle, and that's from that. And that's I like that you like that too.
Yeah.
It really makes it.
Yeah,
more
you can
fun.
tell that they've edited in something from a different time because they're in like either a different outfit or they
Right.
already have stuff splashed on them. And,
Right.
And the average person that hasn't been behind the scenes on a show being made before wouldn't necessarily pick up and
I think so.
and see those details.
Yeah, for the most part,
Yeah.
And so I've just found myself sort of over the last whatever being like, even just like with movies and that are like, I don't know, more childish kind of movies or dumb kind of movies or have dumb stuff rather than being like, oh, well, that's dumb. It would never really work like that. Rather than being that, just being like, oh, that's a cool way to do that.
Yeah.
Or, oh, that was fun.
Just enjoy it for
Just
the story.
enjoy it for that, because-
it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a story being told.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even like, say like CGI animals in shows, Animal Control.
Yeah, which is a
stuff like
great
that.
show. If you
Yeah.
guys can check that out, Animal Control is so fun.
Yeah. I found myself like, we'll circle back to Animal Control.
Mm-hmm.
I found myself like even on that being like, oh, they're so fake, and rather than being like, well, yeah, of course. What are they going to do? They're not going to spend all their budget on CGI. It's fucking expensive.
They're not going to get an
You know?
actual cougar.
And exactly,
As a recurring
for sure.
character.
It's also expensive and very hard to do, and permits and everything else, and da 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 da. So it's like,
Yeah.
and that's not the feature of the show, because they're Animal Control. The comedy and everybody behind it is the show.
The cast is
You know?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really funny.
Yeah. So yeah, no, anyway, less cynical
Yeah.
when I watch stuff, and then and same with reality shows and stuff. I'm trying to just be like, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel weirdly
Competitive.
ironic or this weird guilty ironicness when you're watching it because it's just dumb fluff show.
Yeah, then why are
kind
you
of deal.
watching it?
Exactly, right? You enjoy it, so enjoy it.
Unless
Get
you're
into
enjoying being miserable.
Well, no, that's exactly.
Some people are down for that.
Well, and that's why
they want to vibrate at a low
Yeah.
frequency
And
attract
I'd
some more
rather-
low frequency experiences.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather track myself up that way if I can know that that's,
If you can point out the good things in it.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah, what's going good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that just sort of comes naturally more than the other way. Because if you start being cynical in this, then eventually you start being cynical and negative around lots of things and like people. Like,
Social
I wouldn't do it
media.
like that. Well,
Yeah,
who
or
the fuck
social
cares
media
who
or
you
whatever,
are? You're
you're-
not doing it.
Bogged down in the comment section trying to prove yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nobody even knows who the hell you are.
That's exactly, yeah. I'm one of 20,000 people commenting pretty much almost the same thing, but
Yep.
mine's going to be the one that'll change their
Oh,
minds.
it is.
You
Salty's
know?
awake, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to slide over to see it. Oh, you can just see the top of the fluff. Hey, Salty. Anyways.
Scared he's going to get trapped.
Yeah, he's like, don't catch me.
Yeah. Anyway, animal control, is a real good find.
I don't have control over mine. It doesn't come when I call it.
That's
It's
a whole
just
nother
looking
thing.
at me like, what are you doing over there?
He's in the house. He's contained.
Yeah, he's
That
a good boy.
counts.
Oh, there's a good. I got pet a little doodle snoot.
I like that. I don't really know any of the cast members except Joel McHale, who's from Community.
Yeah,
and a bunch
I
of
don't know
movies
that
and
I've
stuff.
seen any of the other ones before either.
Yeah, that Ravi Patel. I know he's like a stand-up comedian guy.
Not just
He
really
might be a
dependable.
stand-up guy too. I don't know.
Probably
Might be,
dependable.
call
I
him
don't
if you
want to
need
make a
move.
stereotype about him, but
Yeah, I don't know. It was really nice find, surprise kind of find.
Boy, Salty's coming up on the couch.
Come up, bud. Okay, hold on.
He's like, "Yep, I'm coming on up."
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
Hey, come over here.
He's like, "No, I'm busy.
Okay.
I'm busy over here." Hi, Salty.
Hey, it's a puppy.
Hey, there's a good boy.
It's not the dog.
Oh, there's a cute little face.
There you go. You can just hold this right here.
And now he's gonna hide.
Ah,
He's hiding.
he's a bit of a hider.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Just such a good boy. Better give him a treat about that. I'm gonna push the table back.
I
a little
love
bit,
just
'cause I'm
everybody
crooked.
first thing he's so soft. Everybody's so surprised, right? Because he's got his hair's sort of like
They look
like it
scruffy.
could be a little scruffy, shaggy, stringy kind of thing.
Yeah, and it looks like he might be smelly because he's got that like. It looks like a Benji or a Scrappy or whatever you want to call him.
But he's so soft. There, we can have us both in there.
And his brothers and sisters were born. There's a bunch more. I don't know if I mentioned it last time.
Yeah, new batch.
And they're called New Batch.
That's what I call it now.
It's like
Gremlins.
Gremlins,
Yeah.
yeah. Lots more. The ones like more Mom's color this time, the darker color, because
Yeah.
Dad's white, and so Salty's like mostly white, like his dad. And most of the puppies were white, and I think there was maybe one solid one.
Let's see if I can get that video, and then we can intersplice
Oh
it.
my
Over the top of here.
so
Everybody
cute.
loves puppies. Then we can do hashtag puppies, and everybody will watch the video.
Oh God!
All
Yeah.
little promo.
Double
Yeah.
check with Melissa.
Yeah, good call.
She'll be like, "Yeah, don't put me on your
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
Don't put my cute doggies on there."
And your poo cast.
Yeah, then it's gonna blow up. She's gonna be like having everybody wanting to stay in
exactly.
her Airbnb.
I want one of those puppies.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay at the Airbnb down at the brown puppy Airbnb.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you pay and you just get puppies walking, crawling all over you,
We saw.
licking your face.
I saw her at Sea Festival. The whole family was there, and so I
Yeah, see.
congratulated them and had said something about the other ones, like lots more of the darker colored puppies this time, only a couple of the white and brown ones. And she's like, yeah, they're all pretty much as rambunctious as the last batch. So she's like, if you want to come and hang out and come and see the puppies, because they want them really well socialized when people come to get them,
Oh, yeah.
you know, at
Yeah,
like
good call.
8 or 9 or 10 weeks or whatever they, you know, find the right homes, then, yeah, they want to make sure that they've had lots of love.
Find the right homies.
Yeah, and then they're secure, right? It's like less scary for them if they've met lots of people, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot Seafest.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew we just did something.
I think I took a couple pictures, but
I can't remember.
if we have some, we'll put them up. Yeah, it was awesome. It was in Squirrel Cove. I think it was $25 for a plate, and I would say we probably wound up with like all different size oysters, but like 2 prawns, 2 scallops, the butter garlic flavor sauce that they put on those.
Was so good.
On the scallops was
It was like a
my
butter
favorite.
sauce with capers, he said.
Yeah, it was my favorite.
Like, oh man, that was so good.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
had like miso ones, like that ones that were like little tiny ones, and there was like smoked little tiny ones that were like breaded and fried too. And then we we got like 2/3 of the way down the line. We just got our salads, and the next one was like these breaded in like a panko, so it's like nice and bright and crispy. And
right.
she has like the citrus ponzu sauce, and I was like, oh my god, I totally have always wanted to try Sue John's oysters before, because sometimes she has them. Oh, Salty's got a pillow.
He brought the whole pillow over that he kicked off the couch.
Are you gonna lay down on it? Or
All right, time out, everybody.
He can hang out with it, but no chewing.
No chewing on it.
Yeah, so anyways, I was all excited about trying these oysters, and she would like just putting them in the pan, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just
Yeah,
you know,
we'll wait.
We'll wait, right? There was only like 2 like half shell ones. Like there was 2 more barbecues to go. So then you got like one on the half shell, and one was like a Tex-Mex, and I can't remember, the other one was like mango and some other little sauce drizzled on it, and then they put them in the barbecue. And
We're patient.
yeah, so
Island
we're like,
time.
oh, we'll wait. We're thinking, how long does it take to fry this oyster?
Yeah.
Apparently it was like 10 minutes, you guys. Like, it was, Jason finally was like, hey, if you guys want to play through, you can play through.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
because we were basically at the end, and most of the people had, you know, like all the stuff up till then.
Yeah, there's only 2 more stations to go or something like
Yeah,
that.
and the next 2 stations were like, oh, and there was clams. We'd just gotten the clams. They were like a...
Did we explain what Seafest was even? No.
Doesn't matter. People
Okay.
can kind of
Figure
figure it
it out
out
by
from
now.
the name. And because we don't know what it's fundraising for,
Oh,
like,
right.
you know.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know who puts it on, but it's like a local thing. I think it was the 30-year or something, or 18 years or something. They've been doing it for a long time. So, yeah. Anyways, it took like 10 minutes to get this oyster from at this station because, you know, there's like full-size oyster. They're not just like the little dinky size ones. Okay, Salty, please don't chew the pillow. Thank you. I just used it as a foot. I know, I broke your heart. You can play with this toy. There you go. Or your antler. Good boy. Okay. Anyways, back to the story. We finally got it, and then the sauce was tasty. And the oyster was okay, but it wasn't worth waiting 10 minutes in line and getting the stink eye from a few people. We did have one fella offer us the more clams, though, because, like, he just had
awesome.
lots and lots and lots. Like, there was tons of bags of them, and they were ready to go. And because we were, like, kind of waiting, I was like, oh, maybe he's just offering us these in lieu of the other thing. And he's like, no, just, like, have some more clams. I've got like too many, and they're not going to start like bumping back into the other stations to give people their serving of stuff. So yeah, eventually we got our stuff and went and sat on the beach and had it. It was delicious.
That was awesome, just standing there. Yeah, he was like, hey, you guys want some clams? Sure. You want some more clams? Sure. Okay.
Just another big
like,
scoop.
okay.
And
Arm.
clams aren't overly my favorite, but they were very tasty.
Well, and I ended up with like more shells than clam.
Yeah, because sometimes they fall out as they cook, and I had like 3 or 4 that didn't open. So that's like you don't, if your mussels or your clams don't open when you steam them, then that means that they might not be good to eat.
Yeah.
So then you just
It wasn't alive in the first place.
or I'm
rotten.
not sure. I don't think it was rotten, but like,
well, because it has no water inside to steam to pop it open.
Yeah.
I think.
Anyways, I'm not a big clam gal anyway. So.
All the world is a clam. That what they say?
Yeah, so it was good. And then we went back later because the new food truck, I think it's called Canadian A?
Canadian A? EH?
Is
Canadian
there, and she does like a Halifax poutine or Halifax donair and poutines, and she has she makes her own little buns, and so she does like little sandwiches and stuff too, and
the tallow.
beaver tails. Yeah, the fries are done in tallow, so they're freaking delicious.
I wanted to look up exactly what tallow is.
It's beef fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or mutton.
Or sheep.
Tallow is a rendered form of beef or mutton suet, primarily made of triglycerides.
There you go.
There you go.
Delicious.
Love those triglycerides.
Yeah, it says beef tallow on there, so there's no sheepies in
Oh,
there.
right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then she has like some little pastries or pies or something like that too.
Yeah,
I think
she does
just
like
like
butter
little
tarts
tarts.
and Nanaimo bars
butter
and stuff,
tart
all
was awesome.
that she makes there.
Yeah.
She,
Poor lady, she was like slammed. Somebody was like, "Oh my god, I had one," thinking it's not going to be that busy, like a week ago or whatever. And then one or two of us saw it online, and then just like
boom, boom,
stampede.
boom, boom, boom.
The first day we went, it was like a 30 or 40-minute wait for her to like basically take your order, because she's like, I'm not going to like make the food if people are going to wander away and then not get it. But it's so beautiful there in Squirrel Cove. Like, I mean, you got you're not going for the ferry if you're there. You just it's quality food and then great prices. Like
yeah, really good prices.
I mean, of course, I hope she doesn't jack it up, just because we got to drive all the way from the south end of the island to get over there. But like, fantastic food, and open at 9 a.m, 9 till 6.
I think everybody appreciates a deal these days, especially like. Especially a lot of times you go on vacation, you go to islands and stuff like that, and these little summery takeout places, like
$20 for a burger,
and they're getting almost like ridiculous now, because it used to be like, okay, I don't mind paying that extra the premium
15 instead of 12 for a burger or something,
or even that.
I remember $3.50 or something for a burger, $1 for a hot dog.
Yeah,
but that's also 40 years ago. So. Hot dogs aren't cheap anymore.
Yeah, they're still pretty cheap.
They're pretty cheap.
But it's the electricity to make it and all the other stuff and the food truck permits and all the other crap you got to do.
Paying off the guy, man.
Your hot dog guy.
Your hot dog. Well, I was thinking like, food inspector or something like that. But probably got to pay off the hot dog guy, too.
Hot dog inspector.
You're gonna get a T-shirt.
Yeah, I got a new job. There we go.
Gonna make a T-shirt.
Federal hot dog inspector.
Federal.
Well, you got to make it federal. You got to go make it
right to the very top. International.
Inter-universal, so that in case Mars hot dogs come about.
Yeah, they might want in on action.
Might want in that. They need to be inspected. That's for damn sure.
They will.
Right. We got to know.
Yeah, we got to eat a couple on the way through the border to find out.
Are they better with ketchup or mustard or both?
Are you using the lips and the assholes of the Glee Glorps, or we want to make sure that they're high quality?
Prime lips and assholes from the Glee Glorps.
I don't know what the animals are called over there. So
well, they're exact same as cows, but they just call them Glee Glorps.
Yeah. There's a P in the middle?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh,
maybe this is my accent's different.
Proper spelling.
From the Boston area.
Are you from North Mars or South Mars? That's the difference.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That'd be something if we all had the same animals, but just different words for them.
Maybe.
There
was some animals at Seafest.
They don't call it cow, I assume, in India. Like, what's the Indian word for cow?
I don't know. I guess you're going to look it up right now.
Shit.
Yeah, anyways, we went back the same day. We did our Seafest and then went back, and,
It was good, though. It was amazing, and...
Yeah, I paid for Seafest because I was like, I'll treat you.
Aww.
Yeah.
It was, what is a cow called in Hindi? Oh, a gay, G-A-A-E.
Salty's got his crab. It's still hanging in there. He's ripped off some legs and took all the guts out and stuff, but his crab from Uncle Steve and Auntie Corinne's still kicking. I don't know what brand it was, but that was a hardy crab.
Hardy crab.
Hardy rabs.
Anyway.
Yeah, so when we'd gone back, they had been, in Squirrel Cove, they'd been dumping the used oyster shells or whatever, the leftover food scrap, just the shells from the prawns and clams and stuff. And so they were like taking them down the beach and dumping them because it was low tide. So when we came back later, there was just like seagulls and...
turkey vultures,
all just like feeding in this little area. And...
this is my favorite, turkey vultures.
Yeah, the lady who owns the Canadian takeout place, she had her doggy there. And Salty's decided that this dog is like really fun to bark at, and then it barks at him, and then it just gets really loud and annoying for everybody. So now that we've been there like 2 times, I'm like, okay, now I know I'll just like take him for a walk. Because Jason's like, well, maybe if they meet, they'll be fine. But the other dog's tied up and he's on a leash, so it just winds up like she's like the other dog. What's its name?
Bowie and Lila.
Bowie's trying to like protect the trailer probably or something. So yeah, it winds up being all stressful. So I just take Salty for a walk.
And it's not a protection
thing
really at all. It's definitely just like hey, I want to play, but I'm not really allowed to. And kind of deal.
Salty
and then
does a full
it's
on
hey, where you going? Hey, where you going?
angry dog bark at it though.
Yeah.
So I don't like that vibe. And until he's neutered, I'm not gonna take any chances with him. Like
Humpity humping.
not well, just like sometimes male dogs that haven't been fixed until they're older sometimes are more aggressive. Like I mean, he's still okay because he's under a year or whatever, but.
Yeah.
But I don't want the machismo scrap to start or something. And
Ew.
I don't know. I just,
Sounds
he gets
messy.
to like sort of socialize with other dogs and stuff. But that one's just like they just at each other. And I don't want her to be like, oh, fuck, here they come. So I just take Salty for a walk. And I know what I like there so far. And yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. It was neat, but it was neat to see all the birds eating the scraps, the seafood scraps.
I love watching the turkey vultures because they're the best gliders. Like they
for
hardly
sure.
ever flap. Like they only flap when they absolutely need to, and they're just I don't know.
Like
they're
when
so
there's
cool to watch. They're so quiet.
Like when there's some sort of doodle coming at them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he was on his
Yeah.
leash, but we got pretty close to where all the bits were.
Yeah,
And that was like Russian roulette trying to walk him across all the rocks with all the rando prawn bits.
the huge rocks. Oh, across there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just walking along
Right.
because like seagulls would come and grab a prawn bit because a lot of people don't get all the meat out of the tail, so then they like walk back up the beach and then or whatever, or fly and then drop it, and then so it wasn't like they were all specific in the
Right,
piles
right, of
anymore. They
course.
were like spread along the beach. You'd be
Right.
all walking along, and all he's like just sniffing like crazy, trying to find like, oh, I can sense that there's something. And then there's like a bright orange thing. I'm like, let's just go left a little bit.
You get that low tide funk.
It wasn't stinky yet. I think.
okay.
I think it was okay. They went below the tide line. Salty just figured
Your mic
that
engineer
it
helping
needed
out
to
there.
be a little closer because he's chewing his rabs down there. Just speaking of seafood,
Yeah. Should we take him outside and let him run around again for a little bit?
yeah, go.
Do his thing.
You guys can go play flag sticks,
Play stick ribbon?
stick ribbon, or whatever you call
Yay.
it. Yeah,
It seems
it's
fun.
like a giant cat toy, but for a dog.
I tied a couple of actual like branch sticks to it. It's
Oh,
like,
jeez.
Arbutus branch and then another little pine branch or whatever it was off there too. And he was just like, yeah, because then he can actually shred it and tear it apart.
Yeah.
Like the ribbon that gets in there. And then he's
And
like,
it snags
just
his
sort of
teeth, and you
slides.
hear it.
And then he lets go. And I try not to pull it too much or anything. But,
Yeah, you don't want to rip it.
but with the
chomp her
sticks,
out.
he can just like, and just tear through it. Just like that. Exactly.
Like the bird's seen it, he's horrified at what happened. Okay, guys. Well, I guess we got to wrap her up. Thanks for joining us.
Yay!
It was really nice of you guys to come back and make it through right
for
to the
sure.
end.
Thanks very much, guys.
So check us out on the socials at We Can't Pick on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. And reach out if you guys want to chat about anything or
Yeah,
share
for
any
sure.
fun stories or whatever. Or if you...
Yeah. Let us know what you've been up to.
If you want.
Gearing up for summer.
That's what we're up to and
You
stuff.
know, yeah.
So, and
How's Wales? Are you watching Wrexham? Welcome to Wrexham. Anybody else out there?
yeah, have you
Watching
seen
the-
any whales?
Footy football. Have you seen any whales even?
Yeah.
We want to know. Dolphins,
Yeah.
otters.
Apparently that orca's still swimming around, the little young one. I don't know if it's found its way back to the
Oh,
pod
okay,
yet,
nice.
but I haven't heard
Yay.
anything otherwise.
Yeah, hey.
So
right on.
that's good news.
Nope.
And the humpbacks are back, so people are seeing humpies
Oh.
already.
Hump is back. Back again. No. Man, that sounded way better in my head.
Wow, did it?
Humpback's back. There we go. That's what I was going for.
You got to get your back.
Back again. Guess who's back?
Humpty's back.
Humpback's back. Humpback's back. It's hard to
Humpty's
say.
back. Humpty's back.
There you
Humpty's
go.
back.
That's interpretive dance too.
That was
dude.
the splash sound of
I love
it
it.
going. The dog's
love
looking
it.
at me like, wow, you're
you
messed
guys.
up, dude.
Come on, you guys. That's,
Okay,
That's enough of that bullshit.
it's too much caffeine.
Yay!
Okay, well,
Rock and roll ski.
thanks
Gonna have
for
one of
joining
these
us
Fisherman's friends here. I think.
and going right to the end. And
Fisherman's friend.
we love you guys. Thanks for joining us, and we're proud of you for making it through 2 weeks without us. That was crazy.
Are you a fisherman and need a friend?
Yeah, and
Join
we'll
Fisherman's friend.
join us next week when we find out who Jason's fisherman friends are.
Well, these are. This guy right here, he's like.
Well, don't show.
Bloop, bloop, ow.
Is that just fish poop?
Yeah, soon. That's Fisherman's friend. It's bait. It's just pressed bait.
Anchovy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know why his breath's
Chum.
crazy.
Chum flavored.
The
All
dog
right.
just wants to lick in your mouth now. Okay. Well,
Love you all very much.
love you guys.
Yay.
Stay safe.
sure.
And
Help
well-
each other, support each other, and love each other, and
support each other.
trust and all that jazz. You know,
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
Yay.
And we'll see you next week.
Yay.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.